You are now watching The Lone Blown. Blown! Yo, what's poppin', my YouTube peeps? We're back here at The Lone Blown. That's moi, aka Zach Lesage, and we're here with a banger of video covering Alcremie VMAX, one of the coolest cards to come out from Champions Path. So this week we're going to be covering some Champions Path decks that necessarily we couldn't cover before because the set was not released before. Now that I've acquired all the cards for Champions Path, I'm able to provide some cool content for all y'all. So basically, Alcremie VMAX, cool card here. You can use Adornment to search for Psychic Energies and attach them to your bench Pokemon. We actually can't do that in this deck because we don't play any Psychic Energy cards to attach. I mean, I guess I should say we don't play any basic Psychic Energy cards to attach, which you need for Adornment, but we do play other ways that we can get past Gmax, Whisk, which is why we're looking at this card. Similar to Rayquaza EX, Blacephalon GX, you could discard a bunch of energy from your pokes and really go for the G-Max Whisk, doing lots of damage. We also have Alcremie V. Alcremie V is what we evolved. I mean, it's really not going to be attacking too much, but I mean, you could attack with Sweet Splash in this deck. How do we power it up? Boom! Porygon. We are using Crazy Code to attach special energies from our hand as many times as we want to any of our Pokemon. We are able to get in this Pokemon evolved by using Rare Candy. How do we get out Rare Candy in Porygon? Like, doesn't this sound inconsistent? Well, we're using a Rotom Phone to kind of stack one card on top of our deck and grab it with Oranguru. So, I mean, it sounds pretty cool here. We have access to Cramorant V that we could power up with all these energies. You can use Recycle Energy, discard them with Gmax, Whisk, and continuously get them back, so that's a free 240 damage. Other things like Weakness Guard energies, we do have to look at this glaring weakness to Metal type and cry a little bit on the inside, but we do have a couple Weakness Guard energies to maybe, fingers crossed, help in that matchup. Horror Psychic Energies to do more damage. I mean, it's one of the only Psychic Energies you can attach from your hand that's a special energy. Capture Energy to get out some of these Pokemon we need. And Aurora Energy, again, one of the only ways to attach Psychic Energies. Everything else about the deck is very normal. Dedenne, Crobat, Pokemon Comms, Quick Balls, the trio of really good supporters we have in this format. So that being said, feel free to check out the description for the copy and pastable list. There's a couple of the channel sponsors and discount codes for yourself, as well as all of my socials. So follow me on there if you want to stay up to date on all of my upcoming content and content I've already made. I'll be quite honest with you. I haven't put in enough testing with this deck to see how it really works. So this is my brainchild. It's kind of inspired by my Salamence VMAX list that I posted a few months back. So now that we have all the available cards, because we didn't really have Rotom Phone to make that work, this is how my first take on the deck is. Maybe it needs to be worked into a greens deck, maybe it needs to be worked into an Adornment style deck. This is my first take on Alcremie VMAX, so feel free to judge me in the comments below. Let's jump into some games. What up? So we're calling a coin flip. This is a deck that I think we definitely want to go first with because we do have Evolution Pokemon. Would you like to go first? Of course we want to go first, and we'll give our opponent a welcoming hello. What's poppin'? And of course, any deck that starts with Dedenne, we gotta start with Dedenne, right? You play one Dedenne in the deck. So that's really what's ruining our day. This would be really good otherwise, but we're gonna attach Recycle Energy in this deck to our active. I mean, one thing that should be noticed is we don't play any switching cards in this deck, so Recycle Energy is our way to fake switch. We can attach as many Recycle Energies as we want, get them back, retreat, get them back into our hand, and then attach them again. So, I mean, we can kind of free retreat as long as we have a Porygon Z or Z out, depending on where you are in the world. So, I mean, we might just get our butt handed to us. This cute Dedenne is about to get its cheeks clapped, but we'll see exactly how our opponent sets up their deck. We might end up just pitching this hand away. We could also bank energies on other Pokemon as well. Wouldn't mind getting out a Capture Energy or something like that, but we'll have to see exactly. We might need more energy in this deck, cutting the 2 Evolution Incense for 2 more Capture Energies. But we'll see, yeah. So you can see that we're about to lose 3 of our valuable energies. And it's one of those things, do we attach the energy now, or do we get a Capture Energy? I think I'm actually going to go ahead and attach the energy just so that we have extra in play. And let's go research. This is actually fine. I need to learn how to play these Pokemon down. And it's only fine if we can find a way, you can see that goes right back into the hand, to get out a Porygon Z this upcoming turn. Then we could blast, put those energies on blast. I mean, I guess we're still behind an Alcremie VMAX. So, I mean, we might be okay to give up a couple turns. We'll just wait and see what our opponent does here. Oh, wow. I don't know if I would have done that. I would have definitely probably taken the knockouts. I don't want to Marnie our opponent because their hand seems like it sucks. There's another energy. We just keep on losing energies here. I'm gonna pitch this away. I'm very not about this life. This is really bad, peeps. I'm gonna go ahead here and retreat this and just hope that our opponent's poor start is fine. Like, I think our opponent's gonna go Dread End here for like 90. If this could survive a couple turns, I'm cool. They obviously top deck that. And we'll see exactly what their next move is. Unless they have another supporter in their hands, it seems like they're just going to hit us for 90 damage. We're not setting up well, but they're not setting up well either. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about just the rapid fire poison. Okay, and their whole hand is, that's their hand, peeps. Oh, this might actually be okay. We're gonna go Rare Candy into Porygon. And I'm gonna go Crazy Code here. Probably should have done that one first. I am gonna search out the Alcremie V so we could start powering that up. I don't know if I want to hit this for 100. Horror Psychic. Let's go Recycle Energy. Let's put that there. So you can see, like, once the deck starts to come together, it comes together quite well. It's really just getting out the original few things. Like, next turn, I think I'm about to put my opponent on, like, absolute blast. But we'll see how it goes. Let's go Rotom Phone. So you can see we do have the cake. And we're going to stack the cake on top of our deck. And now we're going to put it in our hands. Recycle Energy is very good for us. So I'm going to put the Rotom Phone on there. We don't really need too much else. I am going to go ahead and go Crazy Code this energy here, because I don't think our opponent's going to be able to get it. We are going to discard the Quick Ball from our hand because I don't think that's important. And I'm going to go Recycle Energy, and I'm going to attach that over to just a Pokemon that I think might need it to retreat at some point. And since this is getting knocked out, we will lose a single energy. But I am going to go for Beak Catch. And Beak Catch is just going to get me... You want to know what? We really don't have too many more options. Let's go for a Crobat. And let's go for an Alcremie. I feel pretty good about that. Oh, you want to know what? It's probably not worthwhile either because we also can't do anything. I don't know what I'm thinking. We just didn't really have any of the research left. We just drew them really early. So that was kind of odd. Ooh, that was close. I mean, game's not over for us yet. The Quick Ball is going to be very nice for us to get out our Crobats. So we can maybe get an Alcremie VMAX this upcoming turn. I think our opponent's just going to take the knockout and kind of vibe out. But I think we're in a good spot, kind of. Like, they've only drawn 2 prize cards. We're definitely going to be knocking out an Eternatus VMAX this turn if we're able to. So let's go Alcremie V. We're going to put that up in the front. The capture energy part doesn't really help us. So we're going to go quick ball here. We have to go for the Crobat because we have no other options at all. We need out Alcremie VMAX like ASAP. So we're going to go Crazy Code, Horror Psychic, Recycle Energy. We're just going to build up other energies on other Pokemon. There's nothing we want to search out. Nope, because we need that bench spot for the Crobats. Okay, so we did get out the cake. And we can go ahead. There's nothing that we care about in our hands, so let's just go Marnie. I mean, I don't think it was that hard. I don't know why our opponent's, like, all upset about it. So we do have a few more energies. We do want the Horror Psychic energies to stick on the active. I don't know if our opponents will be able to go for a knockout here. I'd actually rather... how many energies do we actually need to get the knockout? 5 energies is... 5 times 6 is 300. So we need 6 energies. I don't necessarily know. If our opponent's able to knock out the Alcremie VMAX, I don't think that we're winning this game by any chance, because we have no opportunity to build up anything else. So let's just go ahead and Crazy Code this there. We could also attack with things like Crobats, so as weird as that might sound, that might be worthwhile. We're going to discard this Quick Ball, and then let's go Rotom Phone, choose a card that we want for on top. Let's just grab a Marnie, because that card sounds like the best, and we don't want Rare Candy in our hand. Maybe we could have Marnie-proofed ourselves by keeping the Marnie on top of the deck, but let's just go for G-Max Whisk for 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So 5 times 6, 360 damage. That's a knockout. I feel pretty good about that. Our opponent needs to do some decent extra damage. We don't have any resistance, but we're just vibing. We are just vibing. So as long as our opponent does not win the game this turn, we have enough energies in play to win the game this turn. We do need to watch out for their Toxicroak. But again, I don't think they can win the game this turn. So the way that Toxicroak works is that they do and put 2 more damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon. So there's 3 damage counters. So if our opponent gets a full entire bench, and they don't play Galarian Zigzagoon, I don't think that they can get a full-on knockouts. So we're slightly coming back against the Eternatus deck. They also need to find a way out of the active spots. I'm not going to give my opponent a well play it. I'd much rather go for it. So let's go Crazy Code here. So you can see that we have plenty of energies in play. Our opponent has no black Market Prism Star in play. So let's bring that up, give them the well played, and we're going to go for G-Max Whisk. I mean, we might as well go for all the energies, hitting them for the solid 480 damage for the knockouts. So winning the game in 2 turns once we got set up, amazing. We take that. Cake Gang. Okay, so we lost the coin flip, not a big deal. And our hand's actually a little bit better than it was last game. But it's one of those things where we got to see exactly how it goes. Hopefully we can top deck like a Quick Ball, because we can use Capture Energy to turn... just get like a Alcremie V and a Porygon. That's the absolute dream. You can see that Rotom Phone here is going to be a little bit useless in general, but that's just because we have Beak Catch as our only attacking option. Our hand's a little bit whack. Maybe a Marnie would be cool. And we did draw a Porygon. That's busted. I'm not going to play that down. I don't think our opponent's going to do anything with it. And we actually play against another Eternatus VMAX deck. Over the past weekend, this deck kind of became very popular with Power Plant. Not to say that it wasn't a good deck before, but Power Plant is seemingly taking the deck over the top. So let's see what we could do here. I think I'm gonna go for like Rare Candy Research off of Cramorant, just planning my moves ahead. Ooh, that's a shiny Boss Orders. Okay, there's absolutely, I mean, I'm certainly not too worried about retreating in this matchup. It might be a little bit annoying. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Crobat. So Crobat does get around Power Plant because they are not a GX or an EX, they are a Pokemon V. Do keep that in mind. So if worst comes to worst, we do have access to get around. So I'm going to go Porygon goes down here. I'm going to go Capture Energy goes down here. Capture Energy is going to get out our Alcremie V. If our opponent doesn't play a Marnie, I'm feeling really good about this hand. And we're just going to go Beak Catch. I do want to get out... Let's go for an Evolution Incense and a Rare Candy. I guess... I forgot that Beak Catch only gets 2 cards. So we do need to go for that. I don't want to lose the rest of this hand. So let's vibe out with this. We have nothing that grabs 2 cards, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully we could top deck into, like, a Quick Ball or something after that, because I'd feel very good about this hand otherwise. If our opponent doesn't take the knockout on the Cramorant, I also feel very good about this, giving us another turn to get set up. Because as we saw last game, even the Poison Eternatus was not able to get the Oko. The fact that they're playing Marnie means that we're probably going to have another turn anyways. It sucks that we used Beak Catch, and we were not able to get what we want, but, oh, I mean, that's actually not unreasonable. Our opponent getting another energy, they can hit for 90 with Dread End. When this deck doesn't get the... Yeah, exactly. Wow. This is actually extremely tasteful. So let's go Quick Ball here, the Aurora Energy. Unfortunate to discard. We will go for a Crobat V because there is Power Plant in play. So let's go Rare Candy here. We might actually even be able to take the knockout. So I'm going to go ahead and go Crazy Code onto the Cramorant. And then we're going to play down Crobat to see how we can really make this turn happen. The Quick Ball in there, I don't think we'll be able to get it because we need to have 6 energies discarded. We're actually, the Power Plant's slowing us down a little bit. Otherwise we would have been really, like, really close. I'm actually still okay with this. Let's discard the Quick Ball. I am going to go ahead with Recycle Energy, and I'm going to put that just on the Crobats. I am going to put the Alcremie down, and I'm going to search my deck with Beak Catch here. If our opponent knows what they're doing, they want to go like Boss Orders and knock something out. So that'd be pretty huge for them. I am going to go Research. Do I need another energy to attach? I wouldn't mind finding another Recycle Energy out of the deck. I don't think there's necessarily anything better than that. So let's go ahead and do that. So Professors Research and Recycle Energy. So I'm pretty cool with what we got going on here. We've got a decent bit of energies. I mean, if our opponent doesn't really have much off Marnie, I mean, even if they Marnie my 2-card hand, I will see 5 cards. 4 cards from Marnie, and then another card after that. So they do play Zigzagoon. That is something to note here. And, I mean, that's enough for them to take the knockout. We are going to lose one of our energies, but that Recycle Energy is going to bounce back into our hands. So, I mean, with them not playing any Metal Pokemon, I don't feel overwhelmed by this particular matchup at this moment. We'll have to see how it goes. I think our opponent's just going to go for the Oko. Them getting another Eternatus would just be insane for us. We'd love to see it. I don't know if they play Scoop of Net. I don't think they do. They have to get 2 more pings off on the Alcremie in order to get the knockouts on the Alcremie in 1 hit. They also need an Eternatus V. They're going to lose a lot of their bench Pokemon. If they don't get an Eternatus V here, they couldn't possibly get an Oko. With that being a Great Ball, I don't think they're going to... Okay, they do have a Quick Ball. That's obviously going to be an Eternatus V. But I'm cool. I could also just load up another Alcremie VMAX and checkmate my opponent, which sounds really good here. Maybe they don't have the energy either. I mean, before I get too ahead of myself, we are still 1 energy away from getting a knockout. I'm just glad they did not knock out the Porygon-Z. And speaking about energies, voila. Okay, so let's go Crazy Code. And remember, you can use Crazy Code as often as you like during your turn. And we're going to use Research just to get set up even more here. I mean, I might as well put that out there, and let's get this out there. So let's go Alcremie VMAX. Crazy Code. Crazy Code. And let's go double check our discard pile. We've only discarded 1, so let's go for the G-Max Whisk. So first we want to discard for 5. I am going to discard this energy as well. Yes, that sounds correct. Because I could always retreat next turn. So this only affects basic Pokemon, but you get the Recycle Energies back. I can put the Recycle Energies all on the active spots, and I am drawing 3 prize cards. Our opponent also has to discard their bench. If they happen to discard wrong here, they will lose the game. So if they choose the Eternatus VMAX, that's one issue with PTCGO. If you choose the wrong Pokemon and think you're sending up a Pokemon, you could lose the game over that by just not having an Eternatus VMAX. The Pokemon Communication sounds great. I wouldn't mind getting like a supporter here, but I mean, we can go for the Porygon Oranguru combo. I don't see a way that we reasonably lose this game. Even like the Rotom Phone being able to grab a special energy, like Rotom Phone Oranguru allows you to do whatever you want. I know it wasn't really apparent in this game, and it wasn't like crazy apparent last game, but the setup has just been that fire this game that we didn't need to worry about it. I don't know what our opponent's doing here. I don't know if they're like, yo, how do we proceed? I think they might have sacrificed their Eternatus V. Okay, boss order, like, maybe? But we do have infinite retreats. Unless something stops us from retreating, we're pretty golden solid here. They'd have to get like a turbo patch and Eternatus VMAX, but then they just gave us like win in hands. That's a big yikes. Give our opponent the sad face. I mean, I'm not even trying to mock them. I just feel bad for them. See, I don't even know if I would have put that down. Like, it's very possible for them just to lose the game over that. There's a Marnie for us, so I feel pretty okay about that. We don't need an Alcremie V anymore, so we can get out another Porygon. We do need to realize that we can't get out Dedenne-GX. So let's go Rare Candy this. Let's go Quick Ball away a Quick Ball. to get Oranguru, and let's stack our deck with Rotom Phone. So you can see we can actually get our last Recycle Energy out of the deck. Oh, we know that we're actually just going to get it, so let's leave that there, because we are going to get it off Marty anyways. We can't put any card away, so let's go ahead and go Crazy Code here first. We need 2 on the active to get over the Absol's retreat cost. We might as well put that on the Porygon, and then let's play Marty. Our opponent will get an extra card, but we just want to get the extra benefit as well. Nothing else that we really need here. We can go... Evolution Incense. I'm just going to grab something like the Alcremie VMAX, put this on top of our deck, see if there's something else we can just grab. There's another solid option for us. So let's go ahead and go Crazy Code. We're going to put this energy there. We're going to discard the Marnie. We're going to go Recycle Energy. Goes to the Porygon. And then we're going to go Weakness Guard Energy is going to go to the Oranguru. So, I mean, here we just really need to discard a couple energies. We are going to put those Recycle Energies back down as well. Putting down Recycle Energy on Pokemon that we think might get knocked out. Actually, probably just going to build up Porygon to attack with at this point. And we're going to go Gmax Whisk. I want to double check for like resistance and stuff like that. So let's go Gmax Whisk, discarding 1, 2 energies. And I really don't see how our opponent's going to win next turn. Okay. And then they're just going to attack us. I mean, I think this game's pretty much over for them unless we can just... we want to get a boss, so that's what we're going to try to get here. I mean, we haven't seen a boss orders all game. Oh, our opponent's just sacrificing it. Interesting. I didn't even notice how many damage counters was on it. Oh, they lost because of Horror Psychic Energy. Never mind. We just win. I'm crazy. So you've seen it here. We were able to take over both of our opponents, both playing Eternatus, very popular deck right now, with the Alcremie VMAX deck, powering it up with crazy amounts of energies, with Crazy Code. So, I mean, this deck absolutely popped off. The first game was a little bit weak, but we were able to pull it out. And game 2, we kind of just blasted off on our opponent's slower start. I think Alcremie VMAX might be the real deal. Avoid Metal-type Pokemon, but maybe the Weakness Guard energies will help you out. I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up cutting Evolution Incense for 2 more capture energies, but we'll have to see exactly how it goes. It's one of those things where I'm cool with most things, and we'll see how this deck plays out. I wouldn't be surprised if I ran another couple of variants of this deck on the channel, maybe a healing version, greens, or maybe even just a way to just use Adornment. I don't know if there's any better versions out there. I'm gonna stroll around the Pokemon internet and really see what's popping off, see what's cool. But I love exploring new concepts. Glad we could go over some Champions Path stuff. Like I said earlier in the video, be sure to check out the description for this copy and pastable PTCGO list. You could plug it right into PTCGO to start playing right away. You could always check out some of the sponsors, some of the discounts, and of course, any of my socials. That being said, loved having you here. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great one. Peace out. Use code TheLoneBlown to save when you're registering for Hyperlux events. It will save you on your registration, and there's some large prizes. Be sure to check it out. Really hope that you enjoyed watching that video. I totally enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video, share the video with everyone that you know, and subscribe to the channel as well. Totally appreciate all the support. We got a lot of cool things happening on the channel, so stay tuned for more. Be sure to check out the social links in the description. Thanks and have yourself a great one.